Hey, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is for you guys. Hope you're all having a great day. Today, I'm going to get into a video on why I believe you should join track and field. Now, a lot of people have negative stigma around track and field because they just don't like running. But today, I'm going to give you five reasons why you should join track and field. And then, if you stay it till the end, I'll give you a bonus reason on why I actually believe track and field is a better sport than most traditional ones. With that said, let's get into the first one. So I believe that the first reason that you should join track and field is that it's overall it will just benefit your health. If you're just going to be sitting on the couch or doing something like that, track and field is a super easy, accessible sport for anybody to get into. You can do jumps, you could do hurdles, you could do just sprinting, you could do distance, you could do throws. There's really something for everybody depending on your body type, depending on what you like to do, just things like that. And I personally, I'm a distance runner because I like it, but I also like sprinting. There's really something for everybody. I haven't really found anybody that has joined track and hasn't really liked it. Track, it's inexpensive, and obviously, like I said, just aids your overall health. If you're getting out and you're actually moving, your heart is going to be healthier. It even helps your mental toughness. So let's get into that mental toughness part. It helps with your mental toughness. A lot of the difficulty that comes with track and field is the commitment, and the second most difficult thing that comes with it is like pre-race anxiety. And it's quite difficult to deal with pre-race anxiety, especially if you put a lot of pressure on it. Maybe your family came to watch. It's really you and you alone out there. And if you don't have the ability to overcome that, you're not going to perform very well, which is why obviously when you're a freshman, when you're just getting into the sport, it can be difficult. So make sure you talk to your coaches and make sure you follow the channel, because I'll give you some more advice on how to actually go through that pre-race anxiety. But once you are able to do it, and once you are able to build that toughness, you can transfer that into other parts of your life, and it ends up benefiting you long term. And guys, we all know that getting out and moving is beneficial to your day, and track, it gives you that opportunity to get your mental health and your physical health up, because it is typically low stress, like low pressure. At least at my school, the coaches are pretty lenient. Obviously, if you commit, you have to go, but they say you're allowed to come for the first week or so and just see if you like it. And if you don't like it, you can go ahead and leave. But once you make that commitment, make sure you stick it through, you stick with it, because if you don't, you will regret it, and you obviously will not benefit as much as you would have if you stuck with it. The third and potentially most basic, but actually it could be the most beneficial to you, reason you should join track is social connection. I know a lot of my best friends have come from track. I know a lot of other people's best friends come from track because it is very difficult, and you kind of go through this like physical, emotional, I guess, trauma together, and you really bond. And when you do hard work with someone else, you can really push each other, you can set goals together, and you just end up bonding together. And the track meets are really fun. You get to go to the track meets for, sometimes potentially like a full day just at a track meet, and your race is only, 10 minutes down to like 10 seconds. And so a lot of that downtime you spend bonding with teammates, talking to friends, talking to coaches, and I really just think that that social connection can really benefit a lot of people. You're also usually, if you do outdoor track, indoor track is inside, obviously, but outdoor track, you're outside, you're in the sun, hopefully you're in the sun, hopefully the weather's nice, it's really beautiful. It's really enjoyable place to be. You cheer on your teammates cheer you on. It's running in general is just a super uplifting environment. And so if you want to join track just for social connection, it's really, like I said, it's pretty inexpensive to join. So it's definitely worth it, and you should definitely check it out. All right, guys, the fourth tip, or I guess the fourth reason on why you should join track and field is kind of related to the second reason about mental toughness, but it's a little bit more specific. This one is goal setting or self-improvement. Now, track and field is one of the most measurable sports out there. They measure it obviously in seconds, minutes, meters if you're jumping, or meters, inches, like that if you're jumping or throwing. But it's super measurable, obviously. So when you're first coming out, maybe your goal is just to get a time down. Maybe your goal is to finish the race, finish the run, finish the workout. And then when you obviously get better, you can up the goals. So for example, my goal this year, I want to make state in the 800 meters, and I want to run 155 to 156 in the 800 meters, and I would also like to go sub 50 in the 400. Another goal is like get the school record, but those are just my personal goals. My old goals in previous years was originally just to make the varsity team my freshman year. My sophomore year was to break 5 minutes in the mile, and then my junior year was to break 2 minutes in the 800 because I'd switched over to the 800, and now this year, obviously, like I just said. So the goals can be really accessible and they can be flexible with weather and those kinds of things like that. And then a thing I recommend doing is actually writing your goals out every single morning. So first I would journal them. Just journal them so you can come up with them in the first place. And then every morning or every night, whenever you get a chance, you should buy some sticky notes and a pen, and then write it on the sticky note and slap it on your door, because it's something like 40% more likely to complete your goal when you actually write it down. And that's something I did last year, and it worked great. I completed both of the goals that I had, and it's really just gone up from there. And the second part of this, number 4, is just general self-improvement. Like I said, it's super accessible, it's super measurable. So when you figure out ways to improve yourself in the sport, you're actually, in turn, learning those soft skills in order to improve in life in general. Like if you learn to be disciplined to track, if you run every day, then you're learning to be disciplined in your job, and those kinds of things like that. So it's really accessible. That's why I think that's the 4th reason why I think you should join track. And yeah, let's get into number 5. All right, the 5th reason I believe you should join track, and this is more specific to those off-season athletes. Maybe they do football, or maybe they do soccer in the fall, anything like that that's a fall sport or a winter sport, and then they would otherwise just be off in spring. It gets you faster. Now, it obviously depends on the quality of your school, but in general, track just makes you faster. You'll do form drills, you'll do sprint drills, obviously. You can do distance drills if you're a soccer player and you need to get your distance up. That's actually what I was. I mean, I was a soccer player for 10 years, and then I joined track my freshman year in the off season, and I loved it, and here we are. Actually, a lot of distance runners or mid-distance runners come from soccer, so check it out definitely if you're a soccer player. But it will get you faster. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but if you have good coaches and you are disciplined, you will learn the sprint drills, you will learn how to get faster, and that will in turn obviously get you ready for football. And otherwise, if you were just, sitting on the couch, eating a snack, watching television, you probably lost all your speed from football, and then you're gonna have to re-get it all during the summer. All right, guys, time for that bonus point that I told you about at the beginning of the video. And first of all, thank you if you made it this far. You must have liked the video. Please leave a like and comment down below if you agree with me, or if you think anything I said was false. Please let me know in the comments, and we can have a discussion about that. But this is the reason I believe track is actually better than other sports, and that is because it is both a team sport and an individual sport. Now, when I was back playing soccer, it was a team sport, and it was great, obviously. A lot of social connection, got that, but our team wasn't very good. Back in my club, we lost a lot of games. Then when I came to high school, we lost a lot more games. And when I came to track, I realized I could have that team connection, but I could also rely on myself for the racing. Now, unless you're in a relay, that's a little bit different. But if you're in an open race, it's really just you versus you out there. Now, you have other competitors out there, but it's really you versus the time until you get to those championship races. So it's about the work you put in. You don't have to rely on anybody else in order to get the time that you deserve, or that you desire, I mean. Now, when you're playing a team sport like football, maybe your quarterback's not good and you're an all-star wide receiver, there's nothing you can really do about that. Or maybe you're an all-star like offensive lineman, but the rest of your O-line is not very good. You're probably still going to let up a lot of sacks, which is unfortunate. Now, if you're an offensive lineman, you're probably not sprinting, but you could maybe do throws, you know what I mean? But you can still get the social connection like I talked about from track while limiting the, factors that lead to team performance. At the end of the day, it is an individual sport in the race, and the team scoring just goes from there. So that's why I believe it's actually better than those sports. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. If you agree with me or you have any more reasons why people should join track, please leave those down below. And if you have a small track team and you want to get your friends in there, make sure you send this around. Thanks, guys.